Sup, buckaroos? It's been a minute since we've done one of these little sit down chats. I wanted to do one today because I made a community post about this earlier, but I wanted to actually get this out in video form just to kind of talk to you guys about it, bring it to a bit more of my audience. So as of recently, I've been kind of at this period of my life where I've been reevaluating a lot of things, but one of them is this channel and this hobby and like what about it that I enjoy and how I want to move forward. Because if you haven't noticed, I haven't really been making videos nearly as much as I used to. And so I've kind of taken the time the past couple of days to really sit down and ask myself what I want to do with things. And so I think a big a big thing that really sparked this like reflection was 6 months ago I released the beginner's guide, needlessly thorough analysis. And that was entirely a labor of love, and I did not expect it to do well just because, it was such a turn in content, both in form and in topic, that, of course it wasn't going to do well, and it didn't. It did like 1,000 views in like the first couple of weeks, which is pitiful. But as of recently, it started to pick up steam, which is something I did not expect. I expected the really poor numbers at the beginning, but I did not expect it to just start picking up steam like this. And so now it's sitting at like 9,000 views as of recording. Like the more attention and feedback that I get from that video, the more like comments that I get from it, the more I'm starting to realize that maybe it wasn't entirely the fact that it was the beginner's guide, and maybe it was the fact that I enjoyed making that video, that kind of video, that made me love the process of making that video as much as I did. Because I loved making that video. It was fun. It was long and laborious, but I loved it. And so like as time goes on, the less interest I have, like the more my interest in Genshin diminishes, and the more my interest in other topics and my desire to write essays about other topics and other games and other forms of media increases. And it brings me back to something I told myself way back when I first started making videos in earnest. Back in like 2017 and 2018, I told myself that this channel, the express purpose of this channel, was to just make videos about anything, about everything. I wanted an outlet for all of these things that I didn't get a chance to talk about really, or to share some fun moments that I had with friends or whatever. Like the entire point of this channel was to just be an outlet for anything and everything. And I told myself I wouldn't like stick myself to one thing, to lock myself up to one gimmick. I always wanted to keep this channel free and let my interests guide where the channel is going and not anything else. But recently, Genshin and HSR has made me feel shackled and like I'm stuck in one place, and I can feel my interests tugging me in a different direction, making me want to make other things. But I've kept saying, no, I need to focus on Genshin. I need to focus on Honkai. These are the things that I want to make, yada, yada. But I'm starting to realize maybe I should start following that a little bit more. Maybe I should focus on making other videos, maybe not another 2-hour video, but videos on other topics that I also find interesting that are not focused on these two games. And like I've even started writing a couple of videos that are not related to Genshin and HSR at all. And the more I write them, the more I'm feeling like this is kind of what I want to make, more so than Genshin theory videos. And like you can see that trend even in my recent videos. I've stopped talking about Genshin lore, or like I've stopped making theory videos. all of my videos now are higher level, focusing on the storytelling aspects, and analyzing the game as, a piece of fiction. And those videos don't do nearly as well as like the talking stick video, which was literally just lore, but that's kind of where my content has been going anyways. So I feel like I should let myself separate from Hoyoverse Games, and I think my content will do better if I give myself just that much more freedom. So here's the game plan for my content, at least in my head right now. I'm going to finish up the semester of college. It's not doing great, but we'll finish it out. We'll limp through the finish line. I have a small video, pretty much all written and like half of it recorded. So I'll finish it up and get that out. And then after that, I'm going to start work on a couple of video ideas that I have. I have a couple, I've started a couple of scripts on a bunch of other topics. I don't know if I want to make my change sudden and just get it over with, like ripping off a bandage, or if I kind of want to wean myself off of Genshin. I don't know yet. We'll see what I come up with over Christmas and winter break. But yeah, for now, and I will say I'm never going to be done with Genshin. That game has kind of shaped me, and I still love it dearly. I will still continue to play it. I probably will not stop making content on it. I just feel like I need to make other stuff, to talk about other things, to let myself go a little bit. So yeah, streams will stay the way they are. I'm not touching streaming. Once I'm done with this semester, we're back to Sunday, and we're back to an actual schedule for good. So don't worry about that. But so yeah, thank you guys for listening to my rambling. Yeah, I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good holiday break, and here's to an uncertain future. So later, y'all.